Hi and welcome back to our channel. I hope you're all well. And yes, you did read it right. We are closing an eBay store.
Yes, we'll be talking about shutting down our eBay store a little bit later in the video, but first, hon, we need to go through some bits and pieces from last week. So first, hon, I think we should start. I'm going to put my glasses on because we're getting down to business now. We're going to start with 2 or 3 weeks ago, someone left us a lovely message, comment on the video. But what we've been noticing recently is every now and then odd messages vanish.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. And you know what it is. You get notifications through on your phone, don't you? And you see, oh, there's a message.
You read it when you're out and about.
Yeah, that's it. But then when you actually go to reply to it,
it's gone.
It's vanished, and you think, oh, is it held for review or something like that? But it's not. And we've seen that a couple of times. So you know, we just want to sort of make you aware, really.
Yes.
But if anybody has left a comment.
Yes, and this was 2 or 3 weeks ago, and to be honest, I'm not very good at remembering. Every time we did the video and we finished the video, I was like, oh, I meant to mention that. So I've written it down this week so it gets mentioned, but the reason we wanted to mention it is because it was a lovely person from Fareham, so really close to us, with a lovely message and you know, sort of arranging to meet up with us. So we really hope they still watch and they're not angry with us that we haven't gone back.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean,
vanished.
I suppose people could delete them themselves.
They could do. Hopefully that's what's happened.
Hopefully that is what's happened.
Because we haven't been rude by ignoring it. It's just when we read it, when we went to actually do it, it vanished.
Yeah.
So so the message goes out to anyone really. If you leave us a message and we don't reply, because we reply.
Well, comments we're talking about.
Yeah, it does always take us sometimes a couple of days.
Oh, it does take us a little while, unfortunately, but we do reply.
We do reply to all our comments, and we're really grateful.
Sometimes, like I say, when we've gone back to, so hang on, I'm sure there was a comment there about so and so, and you think, and it's
you go,
not there.
It's vanished.
Anyway.
So yes, if you do leave us a comment and we don't reply, then it's because it's been removed for some reason. Who knows?
Yeah.
Now let's get into the hidden lyrics that people are joining in with. So thank you very much. It gives us a bit of a laugh. Can we get through the video without laughing at those points?
Yeah.
So last week's hidden lyrics, I do have to apologise because I did make them a little bit. One of them was a little bit tricky. But last week it was Sinead O'Connor. It's been 7 hours and 15 days, and the other one was Xanadu, one of my personal favourite songs. Big ELO fan.
Yes. And
love Olivia Newton-John. So it was a couple of legends last week we give a bit of a shout out to, didn't we? So let's go through the people that got the Sinead O'Connor lyrics. So we've got lovely Lyndon Jeffries, we've got Daryl Cooper, we've got lovely Babs at the Attic, Vintage and Collectibles. We've got She's Always Flipping Mandy, lovely Mandy. We've got Grandma Wanders Off, that great name, lovely Joan. We've got Tina Con, lovely Tina. Flipping Superb, I love some of these names, huh? We've got Ems from Doodles Designs. This is a special one because it's our daughter,
yes, it is.
Emily, who watched one of our videos. We were like, oh my goodness me, she watched our video.
She's commented.
Bless her. And then we finished with radio and internet star Carboot Chris from Cooking the Haydens. Thanks, Chris, for watching. Now I want to give a shout out to people that have joined in and sometimes don't get the lyrics but get other hidden lyrics that we don't know about.
We put in, yeah.
So I want to shout out to Gail Benson, who named a couple of songs
we've said that we.
No, and I think we're throwing him in all over the place. and we don't even know it, do we?
That's it.
But there were 2 clever people who got the Xanadu and the Sinead O'Connor. In first again is Sick of Ants. I got it right this week, hon. I did go and look properly how you showed me to, and I got it right. Sick of Ants. So well done for being first again. And we've also got Fix It for Reselling. We call him Tommy Lee. That's not his name. But it's Lee from Fix It for Reselling with a bit of assistance from lovely Nicola, Bills and Moons. So we're giving both of those a shout out. Thank you very much. And it was our
Yes.
anniversary recently, so happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Yeah.
But I also want to thank Tony Roach and his missus, because that's what he calls her, for giving us some assistance with the Doobie amp from last week. And I want to thank Helen, sick of ants again, and lovely Joan for their help with the lamps, talking about those cherub lamps. We did
That's
ask
right.
people,
Yeah,
and
we did.
those
Yeah,
people
some
come
people
back and
responded,
give us their
opinion.
So, yes, thank you very much for
that.
that.
Was lovely. Thank you.
So thank you for everyone who joined in. Again, we're going to do them again this week, aren't we? And
Yes.
hopefully we haven't made them too difficult. I love Xanadu. That's one of my favourites. Emily, when she said I didn't get the other one, I said, no, you're too young. You're too young to get Xanadu.
Way too young. Yeah.
So this week we are talking about a couple of things. We're going to touch on our procedures because we have made some changes.
We have.
We've
Yeah.
come up with a really clever idea and it's made some changes there. But I think first we should have coffee, shouldn't we?
Oh yeah. I done your
No.
coffee, didn't I? Sorry. Yeah.
I should have it positioned
Yeah,
a bit
you should
nearer. Oh, you're doing that Stephen Mull.
Yeah.
Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Get out of it.
There you go.
So we're going to talk about procedures.
That's your
Oh,
coffee.
thank you very much, my love. I'll give you a slap later for making
Yeah,
you look
sorry.
poorly. We're going to talk
Oh,
about.
we have fun.
We do.
times,
Oh,
don't
we do. This is what passes for entertainment in the Ensden headquarters, isn't it?
Yeah.
So procedures. Normally what we do is we have two sites and we list on both sites daily, don't we? It's
Yes,
very
we do,
exciting
yeah.
here, isn't it? Even when we're at our worst, when we're poorly, we are still...
We're still. Well, you still
a
have to do
religious
it.
thing now, isn't it? It has to be done.
It has to be done.
The party of the day.
Unfortunately, yeah. Self-employed is what you have to do.
Yeah, and we have a situation here where we're trying to clear. When we were ill recently, we made a pact, didn't we? No more buying. We are clearing it. We're getting it down.
We've like I say, we've said it many times. We've got a lot of stuff.
We can't keep making videos where we're showing you something we bought 3 years ago.
No,
It's embarrassing.
it is embarrassing.
So we are desperately trying to clear and just get it into a more manageable thing.
Yeah, that's it.
But we do find that we don't always achieve what we want to achieve. So we list every day, but the sorting and the clearing is really slow going.
Yes.
So you've come up with an idea the other 2 or 3 weeks ago. You come up with this
Yes,
idea. We were
yeah.
like, oh, a change in procedure.
Yeah, I know.
And Paul suggested that why don't we change things around slightly? So why don't we list for 2 solid days? So Monday and a Tuesday, list for as long as you can on those 2 days to get our week's worth of listings for both sites, and then that will free up the other sort of 5 days of the week to do a bit of sorting, a bit of clearing, a bit of tidying, and we're also in the middle of decorating. So that's sort of it. Is why we're doing it.
We're in the middle of a lot of decorating, aren't we?
Yes, we do have quite a busy lifestyle here, and our daughter, she doesn't drive yet, so Paul is the designated taxi, and when she is normally here, you are taking her dancing, you're taking her to wherever.
Yeah.
And at the minute she's in Wales with her boyfriend, so that has given us 6 weeks of being able to achieve things, but sometimes you feel like you're not achieving them as quickly as you'd like. But to be honest with you, we tried this idea, didn't we? And we thought we'd just mention it because it'd be interesting to hear how a lot of you do your daily listings.
Yeah, your daily activity and how you work it, really.
Because what we sort of found is we thought, okay, 3 weeks ago we thought we'd try it, and it was, I'm not going to lie or sugarcoat it, the Monday and the Tuesday were like hell on earth, because I was sat at this table listing for hours and hours and hours and hours, and listing is so boring, but we did get it done. We managed to get our week's worth done for both sites in those 2 days, and it then meant I could go into the garage, not worry about listing. I mean, what we did do is not scheduled them, but you were listing them every day, weren't you?
Oh yeah. You had a little bit of time every day. We were listing them, yeah.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, it's just having them ready to go, and just keeping that activity going every day.
And although I do most of the listing, Paul does all of the photography. So whilst I was doing the listing on those 2 really horrible days, you spent those 2 horrible days doing all the photography. Your back was not very happy.
It was not happy, no.
But it did mean it freed us up for the rest of the week to tackle other things. So you managed to get a bit of DIY done. And what I started to do was to look at the other things in the garage, the things on our shelf and the backlog, have a look at them, do a bit of research and get the pricing, and then I've got a book with them written down with the pricing, so that then on the next week when I come to do the 2 days, I could get way more listed purely because I'd prepped them. If something's on our shelf, then a lot of the time it's because we bought it, it needed a clean or needed something, batteries,
That's it,
or do you know what I mean? Something
needed a little bit of
silly.
testing. So,
But it's like,
that's it. But
I'll put that back.
later.
Do that later.
Yeah.
We were very good at the old, I'll do that later.
Push it aside.
Push it aside.
Deal with the easier stuff. That's it.
Yeah, so what we found, so we're discussing this really to see what you do. How have you got a regimented way that you do it? Because we've done the same thing for a long time, but recently, 3 weeks now, we've been doing it, and
it's sort of
changed how
it has changed it, and yes, those 2 days
are horrible.
They're full on, but it has sort of given you a bit of time back. Like I say, for DIY, we've been planning DIY bits for a long time, and you feel you're never getting round to them, and this is the sort of a way that we found that we can do it.
And I think sometimes you've just got to be careful in life, because if you continually feel behind with everything, it can be quite mentally draining.
Yes.
And you feel like you're getting to the end of the day and you've just not achieved what you wanted to achieve. And because we focus so heavily on listing, when you don't get those other things done, it can be draining. So by just changing slightly the way we do things, it has really changed the rest of our week, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just to give you an example, I've got already in my book of things that I've done the research on, I've given it a quick clean, and I've got the price. I've got 70 odd items ready just to be listed. So when we do our next listing days, they're ready.
That's good.
And we are finally starting to see a space on our shelf, so it's really helped us, hasn't it? Change and get some other things done. So we thought we'd bore you with it, because sometimes you do get into a rut of doing things a certain way. When you make a change, it makes a massive difference. And I've been way more productive doing it this way than doing it the old way. So we thought we'd just share that with you.
Yes. No, but do let us know. Let us
know how you get on, because
down in the comments there.
I think a lot of people do how we used to do it, where you just grab so many items and you just work on them, and that's your do all of it start to finish.
You feel like you're doing bits throughout the day, rather than chunks.
But now it's very much of a whole day. I just pick a load of things. Like I'll clean 6 things in one go, and doing it differently just has really freed up some more time, made us a little bit more productive. So yes, we move on then to the shutting down the clothing store, isn't it?
The eBay store, yes.
Now, some of you, the long-time watchers, will remember that we started our niche experiment way back in June 2022.
Yeah.
Coincided with the clothing challenge for our daughter's 21st birthday.
Yeah, it did. We thought we'd do a little bit of an experiment, didn't we?
We did, and at the time we realised that I quite enjoyed doing clothing. It was something that was a bit different from me, something that I could sort of run myself, so it's quite nice to have that, and I really enjoyed doing it. There are lots of downsides to dealing with clothing. You get returns because it doesn't fit. Sometimes you get things with marks, sometimes you've got to iron things, you've got to wash things. There's all sorts, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely.
But we soldiered on with it to sort of see how the traffic goes when it comes to niching down. So we activated our second store, didn't we? Yeah,
that's it. It's just to see how that traffic is distributed, really, just to see if it does make a difference. Just having a niche.
And it was pretty much clothes.
That category.
I think clothes, shoes, and I think we had about a handful of handbags. I think we put on as well. So it was mainly clothes and shoes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And our smaller store. We've only ever paid the small subscription fee, which is £32.40. I've written it down.
Yeah, that's including VAT.
But what we found is, because we were doing the challenge, we quite quickly went over those 250 free listings. So on a lot of months, we were paying £58.80. That's very precise, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit.
So we paid recently £26.40 extra for the extra listings, because we do regularly list every day, and we were obviously trying to build it up. But now we've done over a year, we thought we'd just discuss it with you to give you some, examples of it, really, because when we started off, obviously our first month, we only sold 14 items, but we were building it. So if you jump now to this year, in the same month, we sold 85 items. Now, 85 items is the most we have sold in 1 month for clothing / shoes. The most we've done financially, money-wise, is about just under £1,200, I think.
Yeah.
But it has dipped as low as about £600 on certain months. We found that some of the summer months tended to be better for us. The winter months, not so good. So, for example, December, 34 items, but people are buying toys for kids and whatever.
Yeah, it's that, and obviously we probably didn't have the right
We didn't
sort
have the
of style.
right. No, when we started in the summer, we weren't buying jumpers because jumpers weren't available in the charity shops when we started in June. So when it got to autumn, we were like, people's habits have changed, and we haven't got the right stuff.
Really.
Now it's like anything, you learn as you go along, and what we've got in our pub is we've got 3 bin liners filled up with jumpers that we've been gathering along. So over the next couple of weeks, we'll be getting those ready to go on in September. Yeah. So hopefully we will be able to lift up sales a little bit for the clothing this time round. We've learnt from that.
Yes.
But in total, I mean, we've been going for 14 months now. Recently, we started with a zip sale because we've noticed eBay's not gone so well. So we thought, well, let's try and make ourselves feel young and go on to Depop. Yeah. And then when Poshmark started, we were like, that is going to be the new thing. Yeah. We don't really know what we're doing on there, but we have branched into that. And when Zip Sales sort of started doing Poshmark, we were all over it, weren't we? So we have had a situation where we were having the free Zip Sale for a month. We loved it so much, we then went into the paid version, because you can upload, 200 items a month.
Well, on that subscription, there's obviously various subscriptions.
Yeah, but we do the one where
so you can do unlimited.
Yeah.
But because the amount we were doing, 200 a month was enough.
And they do have a function on there where I think it's for about £10. It will bump all of your Depop items. So we've been giving that a go.
£10 plus VAT. So
giving that a go, and that's been all right, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is. It bumps them every day, doesn't it?
Yeah, saves us doing it, because that's the one thing we didn't like about Depop was you had to do all that bumping business.
And
we didn't want to be getting into that.
Yeah.
So we do check, and it does do it every day. Check every day to make sure it has done it. So in total, at the minute, we are sort of paying $88.80.
Right.
Obviously, that can go up and down with the
amount of listings you have.
That's recently the last month what we've £88.80. Now that's the fees. That doesn't cover any fees for when we sell anything. That is just the shop fee, the extra listings, and the zip sale fees. Yes. So to be honest with you, on a month, like this month, for example, we've sold 31 items so far. It sort of has got to the point now where we are averaging 1 to 2 sales a day. Mainly one, if I'm honest. So to be paying £88.80, we've sort of realised that it's not a good idea, is it, to keep going with it?
Yeah, and I think it's the niche inside of it is we're not sort of convinced, are we?
Not
really, convinced that you're getting more views for that category.
No, and to be honest, we do want to be honest with you. We have had times where we haven't sourced. I don't list as much as perhaps I could. Some people that are doing just clothing are probably listing more than I am, are buying. Oh yeah,
buying a lot more than that.
But when we started it was going to be. We were aiming for £3,000 in sales a month. That's what we were sort of aiming for. But the way we sort of currently work, having the big general store and the smaller clothing store, we don't think we're going to be able to get it up to that. And there's not really any point in carrying on and paying those sort of costs each month when we have the general store where we've got almost 400 listings free. So I mean, we've been getting rid of some of the older stuff, haven't we? We have been clearing
low value stuff. So we've been clearing and changing that store. There's still a lot more to do on it, but yeah, we've got 450 odd free listings.
We have, yeah.
Left on there, you know, because it's a bigger store, so we use the medium store, which is gives you 1,500 listings a month. So yeah, we thought we'd combine them, didn't we?
We did, yes, and it is a difficult situation, isn't it? When you start something and you really want it to do well, how long do you leave it before you do actually give up with it? And you know, sometimes when I find myself in times of trouble, it's just, you know, sometimes you have to give up with something. It's as much as I wanted to get it to £3,000 a month, it's going to take way more skill, way more time, and way more money to sort of get it to that. And we haven't got any of that, so.
No.
So what we went to Leon Solent the other day and had a chat, and it completely changed how we're going to do things. So we took the decision. I mean, it does. I always feel like I've failed at something when it doesn't pan out to how you want it to do. But spending £88.80 each month on something that's not doing that great, we're selling one item a day. It would be daft to carry on with it, wouldn't it? So sometimes you just have to accept that you've tried something, it's not gone the way you want it to go for various reasons, and just give up.
Yeah, and I think, you know, dealing with the one store as well, I think in general probably would be easier.
Yeah, we've struggled by splitting. We've had days, especially when we were ill, where it was really difficult because we felt so rough, but you're like, no, I need to do so many for this store, so many for this store.
Yeah, that's it.
And we think that if we could just double the quantity on the one store, it would probably be more beneficial.
Give it a bit of a kick.
Yeah, I think it would do.
But you know, like I said, the niching thing, we're not sort of convinced on. You know, when you see the traffic patterns and things like that, it just doesn't look.
The traffic looks good. Sometimes we were getting 150 to 2,000 impressions, but then you're having one sale for £9 something, and it makes you think, I don't know, are they made up, those images?
Yeah, I know.
Is it just someone drawing a graph and going, that's theirs?
Yeah, that's their one. Yeah, that's it. Someone in the back.
We'll be sued now. We've said that. But no, so yes, it's with a heavy heart, hun, that I feel like giving up. But you can't keep going and paying that sort of money, especially when the economy's the way it is and people aren't buying the way they used to. Yeah. You've really got to narrow down your costs, and it is frivolous to spend 80-something pounds.
Yeah, I mean, obviously...
we're going to carry on with the zip sale.
We are going to carry on with the zip sale, so that's a bit of there, but... Yeah.
So what do you do when you have one site with 370 odd listings? How do you get that from that site onto another site? But then we come up with the idea, hun, didn't we? The good thing about zip sale,
if it works,
we haven't tried it yet. The good thing about zip sale is that once you're on a store, you can import from another store.
Yes.
So what we've done is I spent 5 days last week solidly doing the listings from eBay onto Poshmark. Yeah. We did have, I think, about 40 items on Poshmark, so we hadn't gone full at it.
No, we haven't. We haven't given it a fair
now
go,
we've got
really.
about 340, 50, something like that. So we did work last week to list them all on Poshmark.
Yeah.
We had about 22 that couldn't go on Poshmark because of the sizing. They have a weird thing with sizing on Poshmark. So, for example, we had some Salt Rock Chino size 13 boys jeans. But when you go to put them on Poshmark, you're given the option of 12 or 14. There is no 13 option.
No 13.
So there was 22 items we couldn't list on Poshmark, so we had to do those manually. But then this Friday, so today's Tuesday, but on Friday we're having the big switch over, aren't we? And we're going to try it and hope.
The theory is, I mean, everything's been imported to Zip Sale, and it's also now been listed on Poshmark. So the theory is, things go weird with Zip Sale, then obviously you can import from Poshmark. We're hoping.
Well, really hoping.
So what what we're going to do is we're literally going to deactivate the current eBay on Zip Sale. Obviously, it will leave all of the current listings we've already imported there. Yeah. Then we're going to activate the new eBay, the bigger site. eBay site onto
And keep our
Zipsell. So
fingers
sort of
crossed.
swapping them over, and then the theory is we're hoping then we can list on the new site from what's
the
already
Poshmark.
from Zipsell, because it should.
Yeah.
The theory is it all should still be in Zipsell.
Yeah.
So you should be able to just activate new listings in there, but you know, Poshmark is like a backup type thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and the difference between Poshmark and Depop is Depop you're only allowed 8 photos, so we didn't want to
Was
put it
it 8
on
or 10?
Depop
Is it
and then 8 and then delete all those photos. But we've used Poshmark because you can have, I think, 16 photos. So I did have to trim some of the listings we had to get rid of some of the photos, but yes, it would be an easier way of sort of doing that. So yes, so that's what we're doing on Friday. We've got the big day of
the big switch over, so we'll see what happens.
and then we'll just we're not going to do it all in one hit because we've done that before and it's gone pear-shaped. So we're not doing any major changes to eBay because it doesn't like it. So we'll just be doing them.
We're filtering them
daily.
on. We're filtering them on daily. I think the problem with eBay, I mean, this is really just in our minds, is that you start doing, I don't know, if you do 60 in one day and 60 the next day and all that, the algorithm, I think, gets used to that.
Yeah.
And then if you then drop down to like 20 or something like that in a day, then it thinks, well, hang on a minute, why are you not listing as much?
No, we like the consistency, don't we?
think
we do the same number.
we're gonna filter them on day by day, and like I said, we recently we took off loads and loads of listings, didn't we, off the big site, and the algorithm absolutely hated it. But that's, again, eBay said no, that's not the case, but there was no other explanation.
No, so we're very careful not to do anything too drastic to affect anything because sales aren't great at the minute. We don't want them to get even worse. So
no, we don't.
But by having the items already listed on Poshmark and then daily we'll just transfer them over, it means that also frees up a bit more of our time because you don't need to photograph those clothing. They're already done. They're just going onto a different site.
That's it.
So yes, that's sort of where we are this week. We thought we'd just update you. I know it's probably a bit of a boring video.
Yes, sorry about that.
But sometimes you have to make changes.
You have to make changes, especially now, especially these days. I mean,
and we like to sort of update you on what we're doing in our life. At the minute we are, as I say, we're in full decorating mode purely because Emily's
Emily's not here. It just gives us, we've got a little bit more sort of time. That you're not being interrupted. I mean, I say that, we don't mind taking Emily places.
No, she's not driving just yet.
She's not driving, she's learning. So really, it's just that when you've got to be at a certain point at a certain time, you can only do so much, and then you have to stop. Then you've got to go off, do this, and do you know what I mean? So I think we're having more chunks of time, and by doing this listing that we're doing over the 2 days at the beginning of the week, does free up a bit of time. So it really gives us so we can really sort of kick the backside of the decorating, really, and stuff we want to do around the house.
It's only
it's just been, it's been left for.
It's the only time we get, though, isn't it? When she's not here, it's the only time we really get to sort of crack on. And we've got a very small window now because she's back in a couple of weeks and she's starting a new job.
A lot to do.
We've taken the sort of difficult decision, Han, haven't we? To have a couple of weeks off. So I'm going to apologise because we've been a little bit flaky this year. We
have been very flaky, so we do apologise. It's the consistency hasn't, I would say, been there.
No, it's been rubbish.
Year. It's been absolute rubbish. So we do
apologise. But sometimes, we've got to get in there quick before she comes back because otherwise it'll be next summer holidays before we actually get any decorating done. We've spent so long trying to get it done. That it just needs to be. Yeah, we do hate it. We enjoy.
I know it's a shame because the problem. It's all right. The problem with a video is, just to do one video. Obviously you're filming it, but then you have to edit it and all that sort of thing, and it does take quite a chunk of time. And
yes,
we do enjoy doing it. This is the thing. But
we always watch our videos back, hun, don't we? So
we watch them back as well. Yes,
same as you are.
That's it. Yeah. So it's more of a time thing. We want to get really cracking, don't we, with this?
We want to get ourselves sorted. We want to come back to you in a couple of weeks' time and show you some empty spaces on the shelves.
Yes. Well, we say a couple of 2 to 3.
Yeah, depending on how we get
sort
on.
of September.
Depends on how you get on with that paintbrush.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
There's lots of factors, though, isn't there, with decorating? Sometimes if it's really hot, that can slow you down.
It does. I
looks like we're going to get another hot spell again.
I do feel the heat. That's the problem. And you know, when you're doing energetic stuff, and it really drains.
It's exhausting, isn't it?
Especially when you're not the lightest of people, as you can.
No, but I always find that Pims helps.
It does it. Yeah.
That spurs
the problem
me
is
on.
The painting. You're cutting it. The painting will be like this.
Yeah. I'm not doing any cutting in. I'm not.
No.
Not trusted to do that. But no, that's sort of how it's starting our life is at the minute, hun, isn't it? It's all non-stop sorting and decorating, and there's not a lot of fun going on here.
No, there isn't. You know, but unfortunately, you have to do these things, and it is. You know, it is taking us longer than we'd hoped. Really,
Yeah.
I mean, we've still got a lot of stuff to sort out, and you know, you need to sort of get your lives back on track, and the thing is, say for instance with the decorating, as every day's going by, you're walking past areas that you really want to get done, and it's in the back of your mind, and you need to get it out, you need to get it done.
Yeah, and I think it's like anything when early on in the year, March time, we lost a family member, and these sort of things, they have a bit of a snowball effect on you, because you start to question your own sort of mortality, and you think, well, if something was to happen, because we're always together, if something was to happen to both of us, we don't want poor Emily being left with a house full of tats.
No, that's exactly
in urgent need of repair.
Yeah.
We don't want that. We want to have all of our work stuff in our garage, so you can shut the door at night, and that's our work area. We want to have our home as our home, not as a room's filled with tat. Yeah. So that's sort of what we're trying to do, aren't we? Trying to get it nice, trying to get it like that.
Yes. So I think we're there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
we're going to miss everyone. We're going to miss chatting to you.
You know, if you're bored, do go back and look at our previous videos. If you're not subscribed, you know, please do consider subscribing.
Yes, and we've hidden 2 lyrics in, so
yes, they're in there.
Yeah, leave us comments.
Get down and do those comments.
Yeah, and then when we come back, we will give you a shout out.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Do you remember what to do? It's been so long. Oh God. I know how much older I look. What I need to do is grow my hair so that they cover my boobs. Like in Splash. She had massively long hair, didn't she?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm way off. I
Cover all
can't.
the parts
I'm in my 50s. I can't have massively long hair. Should we go for it?
Let's go for it. I don't even know what I don't know.
Welcome to our channel.
Yeah. I know that. You keep pointing it out.
It's all here. But this is all the.
I don't. This is what we're talking about. Christmas decorations.
Christmas decorations.
Oh my God.
In July, in the middle of July, hun. It's topical. This is what all the kids are talking about. Today's video. Yeah. Yes, it's about talking about the lyrics. Yes. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready now. I'm ready.
You have to wait, won't you?
You'll have to wait now, won't you?
Hi, and welcome back to our channel. Sorry, that was a bit. Hi.
I've been drinking.
Yeah.
You wish. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Only been doing 18. Okay, I'm looking at the little dot. Okay.
The camera lens.
The camera lens. The little dot.
The little dot. You ready?
I'm ready, my love. Let's just do it before I fall asleep.
Okay.
That doesn't sound good. Sorry, my love. Right, be serious, be serious. Okay.
Hi, and welcome back to our channel.
Today's video is a bit different.
It's a bit delayed.
It is. I didn't know what I was going to... I thought you were going to say more.
Well, I could say more if you want.
Go on then, you say more, my love. You say more. Okay.
So, from yes, so that's us. Oh, you ready?
Sorry, yeah.
What was that?
I didn't know you were going to start talking. You caught me off guard. Okay, I'm ready. So I'm just saying thanks for watching, that's all, that's it. I was expecting to just say thanks for watching, but then you start talking and you threw me off guard a bit.
You ready?
Ready.
It's putting me off because I've got a Zoom thing right on my
Yeah,
face.
you have. It's like it's going up your nose.
Yeah.
Don't start talking about that.
No, people on thinking won't realise what you're talking about. 'Cause
No,
they won't see it.
For want. Thank you. Thank you very much for wanting. What's wanting? Oh, hon. You're very good though, you carried on.
I did.
Do you think anyone's going to notice?
Yeah,
Or is it just
of course
me?
they will.
Do you want to do it again? Do you want to take another take?
No, because I won't remember what I said.
No, you're just going to go with it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
You could always put a little asterisk, watching. Well, you done well there, you got both the lyrics in.
Yeah, that one was a bit obvious though.
No, I don't.
Because I kept forgetting about it, and I kept.
no.
Oh, what was it?
What was it?
What
No,
was
I
it?
think
I
you've
kept doing that.
I think you've done really well. I think you've delivered it superbly, hon. I think you've done so well that we should have a coffee to celebrate.
Really? And am I making it? Have I done so well that I'm making it?
That's the prize for being amazing. You get to make the coffee.
Right. Well, thank you.
That's all right.
Costa Coffee. Keep cool with an ice cold frappe.
Oh, I love a frappe. Strawberries and cream frappe. Let's go. Let's sack the video off and go. Right, come on. Not Costa again, is it? Willing us to go there. Did we say everything?
I don't know.
I had a bit of a moment. When we were talking about this, my mind went and I completely forgot what the lyrics were. And I was thinking, don't stop me now. And I was thinking, no, that was 2 weeks ago. And I sat here and
I thought you haven't written it down.
No, I've written over there, but I thought
What's
it
it
would
doing
look
over
really
there?
obvious if I went, hold on, hon, I've got to check my bit of paper. But I was sat here and I was smiling at you, trying to listen to what you were saying, thinking, oh, I must answer whatever you say. And I was thinking, oh my God, I don't know what the lyrics are. Oh, it's like, I hope it doesn't show in the video, but it's like a moment
I
of panic.
assumed it was here somewhere, but
No, but I was thinking,
see.
have I got them right? When I was rehearsing it, I was thinking, no, that's not the right lyrics. A complete mental block. And I was sat here smiling away, but inside I was like, oh, I don't know what the lyrics are.